Welcome back to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday morning and we've got one day to wait before we see Man United back in action against Southampton. But let's forget about that for now. We're talking about transfers today. It's all about whether Man United can bring in some new signings this January transfer window. But we've got some bad news for you guys out there. It looks like Man United will not be making a big signing this January transfer window. We're going to be telling you some news about Marcus Rashford as well. That's going to shock you. Yes, get ready for some seriously crazy news concerning Marcus Rashford and his transfer news. So stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video, and if you're not already a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, so let's not waste any further time and jump straight into the transfer news because we've got lots and lots to cover. We are in middle of the January transfer window. There's lots of signings going on, but not at Man United, but elsewhere. We're talking about Quaradonna joining PSG and Omar Mamouche, he's coming to Man City. And then we've also heard of Koulibaly, who's joined Juventus. What's going on with United? Where are our signings? Why aren't we not signing a star striker like these clubs have? I mean, I'm really worried. But look, I spoke to a source very close to Manchester United yesterday and he gave me some, I'd say, bad news. And the bad news is that Man United are not going to be buying any top striker in this January transfer window. Any top striker that we have heard of. Ineos want to go out there and find diamonds in the rough. They want to find players that are not yet known to the world. They want to find players from South America and other regions around the world where no one knows of these footballers. They're just simply up and coming players, young players that could turn into complete beasts later on. And that is what Ineos are concentrating on. Look, if we look back at the way United were under Sir Alex Ferguson and before, that's exactly what they would do. They would buy unknown players from clubs completely no one's heard of and then turn these players into absolutely sensational players, the likes of Vidic, Roy Keane, Patrice Evra. The list goes on and on and on. When United would sign these players, nobody would know of them, and then suddenly they'll turn into absolute superstars. That's what United want to go back to. That's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants this Man United team to do. They don't want to go out there and buy ready-made superstars because they feel that is a recipe for disaster. And to be honest with you, if we look back at the way United have been conducting their signings and signing these superstars like Sanchez, like Casemiro, like Di Maria, these stars all failed at United. They were huge superstars in their own clubs and then they arrived at United and completely flapped it. You name me one player, a superstar that we've bought recently that has made it at United. Nobody has. Even Paul Pogba, when we bought him back from Juve, was an absolute flop at United. Look, yes, okay, he had some decent games, but the amount of money we spent on him, we didn't get his worth. I say that anyway. Let us know in the comments below if you disagree with that and you feel that Paul Pogba was a sensation at Man United and was worth every penny. Now, what we are hearing from sources close to Man United is that United are a selling club. If someone comes in to buy Garnacho, buy Menu, they will sell them as long as the price is right. Let us know again on what you think about that statement. Are you happy that United might sell all the players? No one's off the radar when it comes to selling. Everyone is up for sale. I'm not quite sure if that is the right strategy. I think there's some players that should not be up for sale at United. But again, let us know your thoughts on this. Now, turning our attention to Marcus Rashford, this ongoing saga. We knew it's going to turn into saga, didn't we? We knew this was not going to be a simple open and shut case of getting Marcus Rashford on the transfer market and someone's going to come in and buy him and it'll be over and done with. We knew that his salary was going to be an issue, and well, this is the biggest problem we're looking at with Marcus Rashford. And in fact, we're hearing that his whole transfer, this January transfer window, could be over. He could be staying at United till at least the summer. And that's because no one is willing, no club out there is willing to pay his salary. It is bad news for Man United. And United were hoping that they could sell Marcus Rashford, recoup some money, and go out there and maybe buy one or two players with that. Maybe go buy a left back and a striker. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who they're looking at in terms of striker positions anymore, because everyone that we originally linked to Man United, and reports were that they were looking around Osimhen and then it was Gyökeres, but now they've completely been put to bed. Now Man United are focusing on players that we've probably not even heard of. And another really interesting story that broke yesterday was that £80 million worth of shares were sold yesterday to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yes, Sir Jim Ratcliffe technically invested £80 million into Man United. We're not quite sure why that was, but you can guess that this could be because they're going after a player that could be worth 80 million, or they're going after a few players and they need the sum of 80 million to cover that purchase. This is very, very important and interesting news. Definitely keep an eye on this, because this could mean that Man United are lining up to make some bids and bringing in somebody. Now, it goes against exactly what I've just said about Man United not signing a superstar, but it might not. United might be putting this £18 million towards at least 2 or 3 other signings, new signings in the January transfer window. We're hearing that United will not go out there and spend big on one single player, because they feel that is a strategy for disaster, because they've seen in the past, like the likes of Casemiro, you bring these big players in and they might not perform, and then you're going to be criticised for it. So you rather go and spend small on these small players that could potentially go on and become really big superstars and bring you back some money. So it's a great investment. You invest 20, 30 million and you could possibly sell them on for 50, 60 million. That is the business strategy under Ineos. That's the transfer strategy under Ineos that we've been told is going to be going forward. It might be good, it might not be good, depending on what success we have on the pitch. There could be criticism of this strategy if we're not winning on the pitch and we start failing even further. But if United start winning and they've got a decent squad, then I think Ineos are on to a winner. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this transfer strategy. Do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's not going to work? It's going to be really difficult to tell right now, but I'm hoping that United can go out there and secure some players that can be added to this squad and give some kind of stability to this United squad. We definitely need a left back. We definitely need a striker. And without this, Ruben Amorim will struggle. So I'm hoping Ruben Amorim is backed in this January transfer window and we can go out there and get the players that we need. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You are watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.